this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We are here with, I believe, the Golgotha head honcho guy. And I believe he thinks he wants us to be a spy against everybody. I don't quite remember if it's against our own house or the Mavar. You're as subtle as a train wreck. Are you asking me to be your spies? Honestly, the choice I would... Okay, I already say that part. Is honestly the choice I would pick. To a minor extent, yes. Unlike your arrangement with the Ascari and my employee, you'll be treated fairly and with due respect. Join me and I can promise you an elevated seat in the new government I intend to establish. So, what you're basically telling me is, if I be your spy... and I do my job correctly, and I do a great job at it, you're gonna promise me, not give me, he's just promising me that I'll get an elevated seat in the new government. No thank you. That's too much work. That sounds too stressful. New government, what does that mean? Alright, I'm interested in working together. Thanks for the offer, but I can't join you. Honestly, this kind of sounds like a cult, so no thanks. Thanks for the offer, but I can't join you. I'm not that person. I see, how unfortunate. I don't even like what your goals are, so what the fuck? Why the fuck would I join your cause? Andre's tone remained flat, but his brow twitched slightly. But nonetheless, I respect your decision. Perhaps our path may one day cross again, although it seems unlikely. You won't let me come back here. Fair enough, and I'm completely fine with that. Honestly, fair enough. He said to me in the increasingly uncomfortable silence that followed, unsmiling and unblinking. What, you thought I was gonna comply just like that? What do you think I am, a yes man? No. I wish you luck in the rest of your internal struggle, Michigo. Good night. Yeah, good night to you too, sure. I don't like you or your goals, so I'm not gonna go help you. After Andre's polite dismissal, I left the mausoleum behind, heading back down to the empty path. All the way back to the graveyard's entrance, I couldn't shake the strange feeling of presences surrounding me, but they were too muddled to really identify. It's probably all the Golgotha people upset at me. Luckily, or the ghosts, you know, because I was in a cemetery. Luckily, I managed to catch a passing taxi not far from the cemetery. By the time we drove back into Hollywood, sunrise was still several hours away. Something about the graveyard had left me feeling restless, so I decided to pay a visit somewhere. What the fuck is the abattoir? Where's that? Is that the club? I want to see Heath as much as he does not like me right now. If he's even there, to be honest. I had the taxi drive me to Saturnalia and watched through my window as downtown LA glittered into view. There was no sign of Heath tonight, only some Ascari quietly nursing their drinks. I thought I remembered their faces from the hotel, but I wasn't sure. Chat with the patrons, why not? I didn't expect Heath to be here anyway. Navarre's patrons were an interesting bunch this night. A former porn director, a depressed singer who failed to make it big, a supposedly dead politician, and an Elvis impersonator. All of them were Ascari, and while the director and politician worked for Charisse, the singer and not Elvis were unaffiliated loners. When I first struck up conversation with the unhappy singer, the others were off by themselves, looking more lonely than anything. But after they saw us chatting, they drifted over one by one until all five of us were lounging by the bar and exchanging backstories. It was only a matter of time before the subject of politics reared its ugly head, though. The politician started dropping hints that the singer could find some renewed attention. Among the Ascari, she aligned herself with a faction. She seemed hesitant but torn, and soon she turned to ask me for my thoughts. I told her to join the Ascari and stand out among them, to meet with Charisse and make her own decision, to stay far, far away from Charisse and the Ascari, to find a new dream to pursue instead of getting pulled into politics. To be honest, this one. That one. Don't even get into politics if you don't want to. I'm not gonna pull someone to politics either, because I personally don't prefer to talk about all that, because honestly I don't know much about politics, so I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about it, and because I just try to stay away from that bullshit. Okay, I'm not gonna no, I'm not down for debates. Because honestly, I will only debate on something if I know full information about it. instead of like only knowing bits and pieces. Because, you know, there are people out there that know their shit, and then there's the people out there that pretend to know their shit, and then there's me not wanting to know much about it because I don't want to be in it. All right, find a new dream. You go, you do you, girl. My quiet reply to the singer almost brought her to tears. She quietly thanked me, saying I confirmed what she had always felt from the beginning. I probably hadn't won any points for this scar, judging from the politician's silent glare. But you know what? I feel like at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be a nobody at the end of this game, because I'm not leaning towards any certain like group. Like for sure, I don't really approve of everything the Golgothas are doing. The Mavar, I understand where they're coming from, but I still feel like you need some type of rule. The Iskari, honestly, I really don't remember what their viewpoint is, so if nothing else, I knew I'd made a difference in the singer's life, however small. But at the end of the day, I'm not telling someone to choose this side. Our conversation continued for a little while after that, though eventually the group began to disperse. The newly arrived patrons didn't seem as interesting, so I decided to head somewhere else for the night. Alright. Oh, I can go spend time at the hotel. You guys did tell me if I spend time at the hotel, I will up my chances with the scarred people. Guess what? I'm doing horribly at that already. I'm gonna visit everybody though. Right? I can do that, right? Visit the beach house. I had my driver take me to Santa Monica, deciding to stop by Randall's place. Because last time he wasn't here. Is he still not here? Randall? Is this your gang? There was a small crowd here tonight, and many of the vampires were clustered by Randall. Okay, listening to him speak. Chat with him. Let's chat with the Mavar first. When I glanced around the gathered Mavar, it seemed like most of them were in a single group, sharing stories about their eventful lives. Wandering up to the circle, I decided to join a storytelling. Stay quiet and listen. I don't have much to tell. I'm gonna listen. I didn't offer any stories of my own, staying on the group's fringes so I wouldn't be pulled into speaking. The Mavar's histories were interesting enough to listen to, ranging from addicts to runaways to average people whose lives had suddenly turned upside down. Most of the tales involved a watershed moment when they heard about Randall or his clan, which always caused a loud chorus of cheers or warm shouts of encouragement. After a little while longer in the circle, I finally slipped away, leaving them to their chatter and laughter. Talk to Randall. I wandered close to the group, listening to Randall's voice as it rose over the surrounding chatter. And that's when I was like, no, fuck this, I'm not gonna take it anymore, the last fucking straw. Hold on guys, I think somebody's here for me. When he noticed our presence, Randall held up a finger to the group, then started edging his way towards me. A sea of murmurs, both disappointed and curious, sprang up as he left, and the Mavar's gaze flicked onto my face. Most of them were cool, maybe even a little accusing, although nobody said anything. Hi. Hey, my Chico, how are you? Oh, you're so cute, smiling at me. I've seen better nights, but I'm still alive at least. Good, how are you, Randall? It's been a shit night, literally. Thanks for asking, though. I'm not good, but, you know, I'm still alive. A mortician would probably disagree, but semantics aside. Glad you're alright. Hope everything's going okay over in Hollywood. So, what's up? Did you want to talk about something? About something that happened? That meeting at... Ooh, that meeting. Yeah, I got a tip off. We had to step in because there was no way I'd let that go down. I don't think anybody was killed, none of our people anyway, but damn, it was a mess. With a heavy sigh, Randall rubbed a hand along his forehead, hesitating briefly. Listen, though, if I said something in the heat of the moment that made me sound like an asshole, well, I am an asshole. But I didn't mean to snap at you because you're with Heath. I just said the first thing that came to my mind, that's all. No hard feelings, I hope, even if I do still think that guy's a sad sack of shit. Probably won't be showing up at Saturnalia again anytime soon, but the blood's not that good anyway. Alright. Is there... Oh! There... Okay, you guys are right. I should have continued with, you guys were telling me there were new dialogue for... Oh god, what is his name? It's not Sebastian. Where did I get that name from? Oh, fuck, I can't remember his name at all at the moment. Marcus. Where'd I get Sebastian from? Marcus, we just had to click on the, even though it's faded out, there are new choices, so I was a dum-dum and didn't do that. Do your tattoos have any meaning? And it's mostly just designs that I thought looked badass. Got them after I was turned, which is a real bitch with that blood, let me tell you. Nice smell and Pete found a way somehow. Some of them are related to the occult, since I was real into it for a while. Got a few Kabbalah references hidden in there too. No tramp stamps yet, but maybe before I die. Okay. How do your house powers work? What are your dreams for the future? Are there vampire hierarchies or oppression in other cities? No. What are your dreams for the future? I'm gonna grow up and be a big rock star, obviously. Wonder what I'll call the band. Hollywood vampires sound too cliche. What about you, Michiko? What are your dreams? I haven't really figured them out yet, to be honest. I like to find happiness in this new life, whatever happiness ends up being. I'm going to achieve something great. Being a vampire won't stop me. I still want to be a star, but I'm not sure how I can now. You know what? At this point, I just want happiness, alright? I don't want to be toyed by Heath. Happiness. Yeah, I don't think anybody really knows what it means. Don't think it's any harder to find as a vampire than a human, though. We both got it rough. He let out a dry snort of laughter. How do your house powers work? Same as other Mervar, I'm not special. I guess I'm pretty good at sensing stuff, although I was always good at that, maybe because I have a big nose. I don't know, kid. House powers are different for everybody. That's what makes it exciting, you know? He shrugged, ruffling a hand through his hair. Are there vampire hierarchies or oppression in other cities? Yeah, of course, it's everywhere, all over the world. Even after they're dead, people can't get enough of their fucking power trips. There's a lot of bad shit in California and New York. Places where you got big shots with egos the size of the fucking planet. And plenty of them end up as vampires. It mostly ends up being a struggle between Mavar and Iskari, while Golgotha do their own weird thing. They sometimes pull strings from the shadows, I guess. Either way, it pisses me off that you can't escape it as a vampire. You'd think we'd have to evolve beyond human bullshit politics. Pure animals got it figured out better than we do. 9 times out of 10. How do you normally feed? I didn't see this Ant's question. Like a regular vampire, I find a human in a dark street or in a club, and I take my fill from him. Blood pets, humans who ask you to feed off them, they give me the heebie-jeebies. Not gonna lie, I don't like the idea of talking about the weather with my filet mignon. That's kind of funny. Besides, we're hunters by nature, top of the food chain, right? I'm not gonna kill an innocent human, but I sure as hell will drink from one. Ronald briefly flashed me a fanged smirk. Okay, about someone else? Do you know Aloysia? Oh, that girl. Yeah, she's pretty cool. We're not close or anything, but for a human, she actually kicks ass. Okay. Anything else? I think that's about it. We asked everything. Alright, I'm real glad you came to see me, Michiko. He reached out to squeeze my shoulder, gazing at me intently. Oh, please don't steal my heart, because you're like way better than Heath right now. Because Heath was high as fuck, confessing his feelings. But I don't know, you guys are telling me it's his confession was obviously real, and that we're his emotional crutch. But I just felt real hurt. that was how we had to learn our feelings for each other. Be careful out there, because, well, until the war is over, anything could fucking happen. Thanks, man. As we parted ways, I felt Randall's gaze still on my path, following me closely. Now I'm more excited to see Randall at this point. I'm sure he wouldn't hurt my heart. Maybe. Slipping out of the beach house, I made my way back across the sand. Blood and roses. I'm ready to blur everything, because that always seems to happen for Marcus's place. I asked the taxi driver to bring me to Blood and Roses. We soon pulled up outside the shop. But the sign in the window red closed, and all the lights inside were off. Well, fuck! It seemed like Marcus wasn't around tonight. Okay. Visit the abattoir? That's the club, right? I'm assuming it's the club. Okay, it is the club. At least my memory wasn't that bad. The club seemed fairly quiet tonight, and like the last time, I sensed more humans than vampires. But over by the hallway, I catch a glimpse of Aloysia's eye-catching hair. Get a drink at the bar? Ooh, I want to see the bartender. Bartender. Flagging down one of the bartenders, I ordered a glass of the club special, which most unsuspecting humans probably assumed was a Bloody Mary. As I took the first sip of my drink, turning away to survey the dance floor, a short, thin figure in androgynous clothing began to pass me by, holding a drink in either hand. They suddenly stopped mid-stride, staring down into my eyes. Almost immediately, I could pinpoint their presence as a Golgotha. Oh, your face! You look like a dead star, one from an old film I used to love. They spoke in a quiet voice, with head tilting at me curiously. Oh, you got the dead part right at least. Oh my god, can I say that? We're saying that. Thanks. Are you flirting with it? No, we're doing the dead part. I've seen a lot of dead stars in my time. I know how to pick them out. Their words were laced with a slight German accent, lilting in a slow, poetic way. I am... Aubrey? That's your name now. You might have seen my work under a different name. I used to be a filmmaker in Berlin, but I came here in the 30s. Holy fuck, how old are you? But when Hollywood's Coven was a tiny little production. In these 60 years, I've only seen a face as faded as yours once before. Oh, and she didn't have a happy ending. What happened to her? Aubrey smiled at me thinly, taking a sip from the glass in their left hand. Are you saying I'm going to meet a bleak fate? I don't always like happy endings. I prefer ones open to interpretation. You know what? We're not gonna fall for this sucker, alright? We're not gonna be scared. Okay? We're gonna be the fierce, flirty woman we are when we're outside, I guess. An experimental mind then. I admire that. They gave me a knowing nod, chuckling softly. I hope you enjoy dramatic performances. You'll be seeing a convincing one very soon. What? I'm not ready. At that moment, their eyes flicked towards a waiting figure on the dance floor, and they let out a gentle sigh. I should get this drink to my sire before he snatches up a human. He's quite old-fashioned and hates using glasses. So he doesn't like drinking from a glass? He likes to just drink off humans? Good night, Star. I wanted to see who you are. They continue on their way after winking at me briefly, disappearing into the crowd before long. I mean, I kept up with them, so ha! Can't scare me. Without any other eventful encounters, I finished my now lukewarm drink and tipped the bartender, returning to the club's main hall. Well shit, I wanted to see the cute bartender, but okay. We'll chat with Aloysia. I wandered over towards Aloysia, who was idly chatting with a small group around her. She didn't seem to notice her presence at first, but once our gazes met, she beckoned me over with an energetic wave. Hi! Did you get your master yet? Are you someone's pet yet? Hello, darling. Was wondering if you plan to stop by again. Well, I couldn't keep you out of my thoughts. No, that's awfully wrong. I got some bad memories of this place, but you know, exposure therapy! I actually wanted to chat with you a little more. Exposure therapy? Honestly, I want to pick that one because that's kind of silly. Bad memories, you say? Maybe we can make some better ones together then. Stop. I don't want any of that. No, not with you. Sorry. Anything you'd like to ask or talk about? It's a bit loud here, but I'm listening. Tell me about yourself. Me, I suppose you might call me a libertine. Libertine? Libertine? Oh, I am over time. This game. Oh my god. This game is so interesting. But anyway, I'm going to stop it here for today. Thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Touch it,